Hello humans, I'm the Recruiting Maven and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing AIApply. Now listen, if the traditional online sites, and I won't name names, are no longer working for you, this is a really good alternative tool to get you hired faster, better now. And of course there's some fees, but we're going to cover all the packages, and I want to also provide to you some suggestions as to what's a good buy, what is not a good buy in this particular site and their offerings. So stick around, let's have some fun. And sorry I won't be on camera, I don't have that kind of equipment or software as yet, but hopefully in the near future I can. So bear with me. I know somebody commented about that the other day, and so would appreciate your subscription as well. So let's get into it. A little bit of housekeeping. Make sure that you're going to aiapply.co and not .com. So just make sure you're landing on the right page. The site states, automate your job search with AI, get a job-specific cover letter, resume, and follow-up email instantly, undetected. We're going to talk about this a little bit more. It also says it's loved by 311,355 users. Well, that's good to know. Show the love. All right. AI provides everything you need automatically in seconds. Well, that's any large language model, so don't be fooled by that. It totes job-specific cover letters, job-specific resume, and job-specific follow-up emails as part of the service. Want to highlight this for you real quick because the follow-up email, I think a lot of my candidates think that just because I respond, they're now my new BFF. And I actually leverage your follow-up email, which I think it's important to do anyway. But whether we become BFFs or not, actually I had a few candidates that I have become really, really good friends with. But that follow-up email, when you send it to me, I leverage that, send it to the hiring manager, kind of nudging them and say, hey, give me feedback on that candidate. They're already asking me for a follow-up. I need you to follow up as well. So sometimes hiring managers are not great at that. So it helps me to help you much quicker and faster. Now, the site goes on to say get hired by top companies worldwide. I think that's great. Who wouldn't want to work for any of these companies, right? You're 80% more likely to get hired if you use AIApply. Well, I hope so. If I'm paying good money for it, I want results, and I think you do too. Now, let's talk about this page. Do take a screenshot of this if you want to reference it for later and maybe take some notes, because when it comes to now paying for services or these services, I want to give you some suggestions on what to pay for and what not to pay for, meaning what's worthwhile and what is not. So the AI Resume Builder, AI generates resumes for each job application based on your skills and experience. Love this to create and build continuously and rebuild continuously those niche resumes. So for, say in my industry as a recruiter, all the job descriptions are slightly different. And so this is where this would come in. So you can custom tailor to that specific job opening and job description. I think this is good, depending on the price, mind you. But going on to AI cover letter, never read those. Honestly, I just never read those. Unless you're a senior manager, a director level, then yes, use this. And I will also ask you for a use case or a project in which you were successful and a cover letter. But otherwise, I will never read your cover letter. Don't have time, unfortunately. I've mentioned this many, many times over the years of this channel. Auto apply. Absolutely love this. I want for AI to apply while I sleep to as many job openings as soon as they're open, because the early worm gets, the job in this case. So, if you get there first, your resume has a higher likelihood of getting reviewed and getting you pushed through to the interview process. And of course, you have to qualify. Let's not just randomly apply to anything and everything. So again, apply while you sleep is my sort of definitely worth the money kind of attitude about that. AI interview practice as well as the interview buddy. If it costs more, don't do it. You can actually use Bard or ChatGPT, the free versions of those, and get the same results. So don't be fooled by this. This is nice to have, but again, if it costs extra money, I would say opt out on that. Resume translator, love this, love this, love this. Several reasons why I love it. First and foremost, if you speak multiple languages, it gives you an expanded ability of getting hired, right? So, hablo español, es mi primera lengua, and so I can apply to, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, anywhere that speaks Spanish, right? Spain, whatever. If you speak Chinese, if you speak French or any other language, again, this is going to be helpful to you. Now, a couple things to keep in mind when getting hired. If you don't speak the native tongue in the country that, or at least near native, okay, fluency, that you're applying to, you're not going to get hired. That's just a no-go. I actually recently hired, I was trying to hire out of Brazil. We didn't hire the person out of Brazil, but, they also were required, in order to get hired, you needed to speak fluent in English or near fluency in English. So keep in mind that, yes, now you can apply to other remote jobs in, say, Spain or Venezuela or China or Japan or wherever you are, or maybe possibly even move into that country too, right? So maybe that's a plus for you. Some people may be looking to move back to their mother country, right? So this is going to help you. I will note, or I want to note to you, that a lot of the applicant tracking systems are now getting this tool as well. So the other day I had somebody send me a resume in Portuguese. I could not translate it even though I speak Spanish. And most people think that just because I speak Spanish, I know Portuguese. Well, no, that is not the case, my friend. So it would have been great to have this. At least I would have had a quick ability to quickly review the resume, understand the skills. And so rather than having to call the candidate and say, hey, send me an English language resume. So this is great. Again, just make sure you understand and are able to speak near fluency in the country that you're actually applying to, because communication is key to being successful in any job. All right. They help job seekers succeed, is their kind of what they're toting here. 310,000 plus freelancers and job seekers are using AIApply. Here, freelancers, that's some of you here, but I would say all of you should be here, because if you lose your job, you are a freelancer. You're in that gig economy. You're a contractor. You are a fractal employee. So again, this is going to be the new 9 to 5. I think this is always very important to have sort of that backup job that you can at least have as a side income. Maybe it's not replacing your entire income, but it's important to have these days. And I think no predictions on my end, because I don't see the future in any shape or form, but I will tell you that it's just so important. The job market, although a lot of companies are asking people to come back into the office, I think that freelancers are really the new 9 to 5. That'll be a really big chunk of the economy and replacing a lot of those traditional 9 to 5. So get into this if you aren't already in this arena. All right, enough said. Let's get into the money aspect of this. Pricing, yay, or depends on how you feel about it. All right, so you get monthly, quarterly, and lifetime packages. Let's dive into this, because I already looked through all of these offerings or packages. They're all consistently state the same. So application kit, AI job interview, AI resume builder, AI cover letter, resume hosting, resume translator, interview buddy, all are the same in all of the various packages that are listed here. But if you sign up for, now there's a limited time, a free trial, if you will, on all 3 packages. So maybe you could do that. Typically, it's only a few days. Again, I haven't done this, so forgive me for not doing that ahead of time, but I wanted to get this video out to you as soon as possible because I know a lot of you are in need of finding really good solutions, and this might be a viable solution for some of you. So monthly package. Now, this is going to translate into $348 annually, but you get the free trial and maybe only pay $30 and see how it goes. I think the greatest service to this is that AIApply, while I sleep, and so I love that. All right, the quarterly package, $19 a month, which translates into $228. Again, the services are the same. You get that free trial. And, it's a little bit lower. It's actually considerably lower than $348. So that's kind of nice. And then the lifetime package, $200 up front and you're done. It's a one and done. You still get the free trial as well. That's the cheapest package. So again, depending on your budget and your actual need, is it, I need a job like yesterday, or I'm kind of looking for a job. So whatever your level of urgency is, you may then further determine which package is right for you. I want to point out to you in the frequently asked questions portion of their services, this is something that I've been talking throughout this video about, and usually the initial output is a very rough first draft. So I'm kind of curious to how good their AI models are, because they're toting that their AI models are advanced enough to bypass AI detection. And I haven't seen one of those yet, but hey, I could be wrong. And if I am, and you have the experience, maybe you used them before, please let the rest of us know in the comment section below. But I'll tell you, I can even tell it's rough. Those first drafts are really rough. So listen, again, you're trying to find value for your money, especially these days. So if this is, the actual service that they're promoting and it's true 100%, then that's even better. I want to get the most out of my investment, right? And I'm sure you do as well. All right, so here I am back again. I hope that you found this information helpful. It is meant to do that. I am actually going to try the service, and I can do a follow-up video and see how well it performed, me being the guinea pig. So be happy to keep you updated, mostly on TikTok, by the way. But regardless of that, I just want to say thank you so much for all your likes, shares, and subscriptions. I really appreciate your following all these years, as well as want to provide you with an offering of my website, which has a lot of resources for you, especially those of you who are struggling with your emotions and during this process of really getting employed. And so the Job Hunting Journal really was written specifically, really with me in mind, but I wanted to share that with you because I found it to be very helpful, to be very grounding. And as I actually approach my job searches, it helped me to calm my anxiety, calm my nerves, and really give me a really good foundation to constantly remind myself every day, that I had value and there's worth in what I was doing, regardless of the daily outcome. So again, please go to the website, the RecruitingMaven website, for additional resources, even the ChatGPT for resume improvement. I've made sure that it's budget friendly for all of you. Again, I know a lot of you are struggling. I've had friends really in the industry that have lost their homes. So it's a very difficult time for a lot of you. And so I wanted to extend myself to you in some, manner that would help you. So check it out, and I will see you in my next video. Take care and have a lovely rest of your day.